The heart is at the core of an awakened consciousness. That is why this limitless field. It is to wake your heart. Do you want to know how you will be when your heart comes awake? You will live in a state of divine communion with the universal consciousness. You will be awake to the sacred life force that is pulsating and flowing through every part of the universe. You will not look at this universe in terms of animate and inanimate, living and non-living. You will see the entire universe as a sentient being permeated by intelligent consciousness. You will communicate to the clouds when your lands are dry, and the clouds will respond by pouring rain upon the land. You will speak to the trees and herbs and invoke the healing powers of these medicinal plants to cure sickness and disease in your bodies and minds. You will live with a sacred awareness that the physical universe with all forms of life is the consciousness of the divine. Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma, which means the entire universe with all that is moving and not moving, breathing and not breathing, originates, thrives, and finally dissolves into the universal consciousness. This great spiritual awareness will guide your words and actions. Your relationships will be built upon the foundation of compassion and gratitude. You will be sensitive and awake to the pain of all beings around you. You will offer gratitude whenever you receive help, support, and sustenance from the universe. What a contrast between this magnificent true nature of your heart and the current heartlessness with which most people live in. We throw tons of plastic bags that clog the stomachs of innocent animals like the cattle on land and whales in the ocean, unable to eat any more food and suffering enormous pain. These poor animals die in several millions every year. We burn thousands of acres of forest lands to expand our cities and further our economic development. But what about the pain of all those trees and plants that were burnt selfishly? What about the animals that had their homes on these trees and their young ones that are killed? Does all this not matter to you? With a heart that is muted to kindness, we have descended into arrogance and insensitivity. Our arrogance and conceit over the power we wield over nature and other creatures has made men and women today ruthless and cruel. Just pause for a moment and reflect truthfully. How many times have you been reckless and hurtful to other creatures and lives around you? How many times have you inflicted pain on another living being? Without a heart, we will go on inflicting pain on others and live in pain ourselves. Your heartlessness is hurting. This insensitivity you bring to your family, to your friends, and to those who are part of your life is damaging. You do not pause and reflect on the pain your words and actions cause. And are you thinking insensitivity is only about hurting someone consciously? No. Insensitivity is also about choosing to ignore someone's pain and walk away from it as if it does not exist. When you live your life ignoring the feelings and experiences of people around you, your heart becomes dead. With a dead heart, you live life disconnected and isolated from the benevolence of the divine. With a heart that is lifeless, you are continually sinking into an abyss of sadness and making others' lives miserable too. Let me share a spiritual truth known to very few in the world. Miracles, happenings of grace, and divine presence only flow through a heart that is softened by sensitivity and kindness. That is why seeking forgiveness from the core of your being is absolutely essential. Without sensitivity and kindness, the heart is a desert. The heart can only come alive when you can truly feel the pain you have caused another. It is only when you authentically seek forgiveness that the walls of insensitivity and arrogance around your heart will crack open. You will begin to glimpse the mystic power of the heart and open up to grace and blessings from the divine.